Alright, so last week we fought the Kingsmen and got our butts kicked. We experienced a total party wipe, lost all four of our survivors, but it's a new week, new hunt. So this week we're going to go after a level 1 Screaming Antelope, and our goal is to get the last piece of gear we're missing here, which is our waist armor. Um, so yeah, we need pretty much. I'm pretty sure all we need is one of the specific, like the pelt or whatever. Yeah, pelt and hide. So we need to crit farm the Screaming Antelope, get a bunch of resources, get a bunch of Acanthus, and then we will be good to go. I went ahead and got all of our survivors ready, so they're all in our departing phase. So it is a showdown against level 1 Screaming Antelope. Hopefully we can get this last piece of pelt, and then we can actually go after the Phoenix next week. And he is quite the adventure. Yep, that's exactly right, Bill. 30 minutes of fun, and then an absolute throttling after that. Just really, honestly, one of the more frustrating parts about it was a very slow death. Like we just slowly bled to death, and that was kind of irritating. But that's not going to happen against the Antelope. We're going to dominate him here quickly. So let's go ahead and have him set up a showdown. Okay, we are going to need that strategist back out. Grab that giant stone face. Where's Bubbles? We're going to have to rearrange those people a little bit. So we kind of want this like right there. We don't want to be so spread out though. We want Bubbles to be right here. Is this Bill? We want Bill to be real close. Might switch these two. Okay. Yep, gather all the resources. That draw didn't really get us. It got us a bug patch. And I'm going to actually avoid the bug patch because last time the bug patch is what got us all of that insanity. So we're not even going to run that risk this time around. We do need to set up the hunt board though. We'll just take Bill over there. Oops. Okay. So it is 1 and 3 are the event spaces. Everything else is just a basic hunt event. So we'll shuffle these up. Oh, it comes with a bug patch. Okay. Well, oops, I didn't. Okay, we can't see that, so we're gonna use it. But it's too far away for us to even see what it says. So I think it's 1 and 3 if I remember correctly, and he is on space 4. Okay. I got all of our stuff input. We should be good as far as all that goes. So I'm going to go ahead and depart us. We're going to get this underway. What do you mean draw again? It does it randomly. So unfortunately we just drew 2 toppled pillars, which are the 2 random terrain cards. So let's go ahead and get after this. We are going to depart. And now let's go through and make sure all our armor stats tracked. Oh, I forgot you have the Bill has that broken leg. If he has -1 permanent movement, oh, the triathlon of death or whatever that we did last time gave him +1 permanent movement. So that kind of cancels that out. That's nice. I forgot about that. So he's got 3 at every location, which is correct. Let's give him, so he gets 1 temporary evasion for the grease. Survival's already maxed. We get a temporary evasion for the shirt. And that is going to be it for Bill. Okay, let's go to Bubbles. Bubbles should have pretty much no armor with pretty much no stats. Hump. Hump's rocking 3 armor at every location, which is correct. So she get, and then +1 strength, temporary strength for the necklace. And then because of this White Lion armor, the only weapons we have are guitars, so we're going to do +1 temporary speed and 2 more strength. And that should be it there. We got +1 luck for the guitars, and we're going to maybe try to pounce a little bit on this. And then our last but not least is Varda, rocking the screaming gear, 2 2s, a lot of 2s and 1s. We got 1 temporary luck, which is nice. Now, here's where the insanity comes in. So on arrival, gain a survival and an insanity for the stone nose. And then the leg warmers get +3 insanity. Okay. That's pretty much it there. Alright, cool. So we got that all worked out. Let's go ahead and do our hunt events over here. Starting things off is going to be Bill as our event revealer, and we'll just move down the line here. So let's flip. We got teething. The survivors find a trail of large rotting teeth littering the ground. Each survivor may scavenge. Roll a d10 on the table. Of course, we're going to do that. So we get to roll 4. Tinker doesn't help us. Okay, perfect. So it's just 4 dice, and we're going to roll them. It's just going to be top to bottom as far as orientation on who rolls what. So we got a 4, a 3, a 10, and a 3. Ooh. The 3s are not going to be good. So 4 is Bill, nothing. 3 is Bubbles, which is suffer 1 arm event to the arms location. And then 10 was Hump, so we will get a large flat tooth for that. And then, unfortunately, it was another 3 for Varda, so I'll take 1 to the arms as well. But let's go ahead and grab that large flat tooth. We're already +1 resource. Okay. Then we will move on the board. Do our random hunt event. So white will represent 1's place, black will represent 10's place. No, sorry, the other way around. White is 10's, black is 1's. 57. So 57. Let's get over there and go take a look. Gorm's laughter. The rhythmic wail of a Gorm's laughter reaches the survivors, filling them with fear. The cackling follows the survivors, tormenting them until they reach their quarry. Place a token on every hunt board space between the survivors and their quarry. When the survivors move into a space with a token, remove it and suffer 1 brain damage. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's flip this real quick. You're saying it gives an insanity? Well, let's give that. Who's got our lowest? So we'd give it to Hump. And then now that's going to help because every space we move forward actually, which is just probably going to be 1. So that's the end of that event. Let's flip this and move. Now we need to subtract an insanity from the entire party. Yeah, I can see your comments, Bill. You're helping me out with the reminding me about the tooth. I've got your comments up on my 3rd monitor, so we are good there. Alright, devoured grounds. The stone-faced ground is littered with the leavings of ravenous passing beasts. Half-eaten acanthus plants are strewn everywhere. If any survivor has 3 understanding, survivors may skip the next hunt space. Look at that. Bill's got 3, Bubbles has 7. We're good. So we just get to get this thing started, which is awesome. Hunt events can be pretty not fun, so we'll take that all day. Okay. Now, let's get back to our page. I don't know how bad the delay is tonight, Bill, between my reactions and you typing, but I hope they're not too far apart. So, yeah, that's not bad. 8 toughness. I think we're gonna stomp him. Just want to go gather resources first, I guess. So, how does he orient? Does he face us? Yeah, he's got to face us. Okay, 10 seconds. It's not too bad, I guess. Alright, let's get this started. Let's get these dice off the board. That stone nose put away. I think it was an extra or we lost it or something. Okay. So he's going to go first. Ravenous. Closest survivor, consumable gear in range. Or closest survivor in field of view. So Bill has monster grease, that's consumable. That might be it. Oh, dried acanthus is also consumable. So he's going to roll up to Varda, or I'm going to type in count. Can you tell me when you get this? Yep, that is when I got it. So he's going to move up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, actually, sorry. I think part of this is in range. Closest survivor, consumable gear in range, or closest survivor in field of view. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's going to be the end. Ooh, 22 seconds is not great. I might have to do a little bit of research to see how I can cut down on that, because it would be better if it was a lot closer than that. Alright, let's take our turn. So we are going to go with Bubbles first. 1, 2, 3, 4. She's going to spend her activation to get up on top. We are going to surge with Bubbles so that she can shoot her arrow, which now hits on a 4+, which is the biggest thing we're looking for, is to get that -1 evasion for the rest of the fight. 4+. That is depressing. Now she is a bow specialized, which means when attacking you may reroll any misses once. Limit once per attack, but I think that's just with a bow. And this is... Oh, it does say bow. No, that just means you must have a bow in your gear grid activate. So I don't think I can do it there, unfortunately. Kind of a bummer situation, but it's bound to happen. So we wasted the arrow. Now the rest of our survivors are going to try and gather some resources. So Hump will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, I don't know, because I want to do some stuff. So maybe we'll dash. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll have to spend one of Hump's survivals and roll for this acanthus plant. Nope, not that dice. A 1. That's not going to be good. So, suffer an arm damage and archive the terrain. We're not off to such a great start for rolling. We're going to need to change that. Hump suffers that arm damage. Okay. Varda, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, you know what, Varda's going to attack, actually. No, Varda's not. Oh, you're saying if I would have been on this tile, searched that. Yeah, we'll do that. Search that, and then I'll have to spend another one of Hump's survivals to surge to activate over here on this guy as well. That's better. That's a fresh acanthus. Archive the terrain. Okay. And that's a strange resource. Let's open these up. Find another. There we go. Okay. That was good. So now with Varda, let's go ahead and attack. Let's do some attacks. I'm not going to be able to do anything else, so with Varda and the Lion Beast guitars, can we pounce? Let's see if we can pounce. So if we undo our movement, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we put Varda back, she is 3 spaces away. And I think there's a really good bonus for pounce. So if you spend your movement and activation to move 3 in a straight line, if you moved 3 spaces and activate a melee weapon with +1 strength. So, I mean, we might as well. 1, 2, 3. And we'll activate our melee weapons, which are these guitars. So we'll be rolling 5 dice and hitting on a 7 or better, I believe. I don't think we have anything to help us out. If that's the case, we would have scored 2 hits. Hump has 4 strength, no accuracy bonus. Right? When you pounce, gain +1 accuracy. Okay. So that turns it into 1, 2, 3, 4 hits, which can be a little bit scary, but we'll see. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, awesome. We don't want to do that one. Restless Shoulder is going to have to be our last one, because I think that's going to move him out of our range. We want to do that one last, because that could end the attack. So let's just go after... Who's this with? This is with Varda, right? And she has 3 insanity, so she could take a brain damage. That's no problem. So we'll go after Giant Tongue first. And we really need some 9-10 crits. We need to resource farm this guy. 8. So close. If we had the whoops, wrong direction. If we had the Lucky Stone and the Katars, that'd be crazy. But alright, one successful hit on Giant Tongue. Draw face down. And that does count as a point for Varda on her Katar weapon proficiency, so we'll give that a check mark box. Okay. And we'll go with Furry Tail next. 9-10 crit. Come on. 4. I do believe because of her Wicked Strength, that's still more than enough. Because Antelope has a toughness of 8. She's got, or Varda's got 3 strength, which brings it to 7. But I think we get that +1 more if on a pounce, right? Yeah. So +1 more strength, which puts us at a total of 4 altogether, meaning we hit on 4s plus. So that is just barely enough for Furry Tail. And then next, let's go after Pallet, because I think we can survive that in the case of a failure. Let's move this off the board. But we need those 9-10 crits. Perfect. Crit on the 9. Oh my gosh, it's going to be one of the only cards that doesn't give us a resource. -1 speed token, archive this card. It's kind of bad luck. Yeah, I'm thinking we could probably go after a level 2 lion for sure, but definitely not the level 2 phoenix. We'll have to fight him on level 1 for a while. Was it -1 movement or -1 speed? I wasn't paying attention. -1 speed token. I like that a lot. Okay. I did remove the wound there, so now let's go after this one, this last one. Back-to-back crits. Would love to see it. Come on. Nope, but it is a successful wound. We are 4 for 4 on the wounds there. So let's get rid of this. And what do we get for the wound? Your blow clips the Screaming Antelope's shoulder and it jumps back. You're getting messages in 10 seconds now. No logic to it. Your blow clips the Screaming Antelope's shoulder and it jumps back. Turn to face the attacker. Then, without turning, move 1 space away. So it already is. So it'll boink. Bounce right back there. Okay, let's see what Bill can do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bill's coming at him with the steel sword. Rolling 2 dice. I don't think he's got any accuracy buff, so just the 5 plus for a hit here. 5 plus. 3 and a 4. Huge bummer. Yeah, Bill does not have an accuracy. So we are going to surge to try to redo that. Let's roll a d10 to see if we can keep it, because we have that rawhide gear. 7 is good enough, so we get a free surge here. And we are going to be going after that 5 plus again. 5 and 9. 2 hits. 1 and 2. So we have a failure. We'll do that one last. This is a good one. We'll go for Restless Inner Thigh first. So we do have the Scrap Sword. We didn't get barbed, but it's got 3 strength plus Bill's 1. So 4 total means we will be hitting on 4s or better. scared me. I thought it was going to be a 1. Okay. Your attack disables the monster's powerful running muscles. Gains -1 movement. So we'll draw and get him that -1 movement. I need to get the master key to this because I want to do a Twilight campaign next, People of the Bloom. With the luck in that campaign, it's been my favorite so far. Pretty unbeatable. So this one only has a failure. Let's just not plan on failing here. We did fail. Bummer. That's fine. So I think it kicks the weapon out of his hand. Failure. Grasping tiny hands make rude gestures at you. Startled, you gain an insanity and lose your composure. So we have to spend an activation before we can attack with Bill again. Give him that proficiency point. And that's going to be the end of our turn. That was pretty successful. I think we removed 5 total wounds in that first round. So we'll need to focus on gathering resources next time around. The Screaming Antelope draws Stomp and Snort. So it's a random survivor in range, and it's just an Intimidate. So they're all in range. I mean, does it really matter who we go after here? Probably not, right? But it does need to be random, so let's... I guess. I think this is how you have to do it. I think we have to pull out the cards to do random. The random shuffle or whatever. I wish I could just pick. In the campaigns we play, when it comes to random, we just kind of pick one survivor pretty randomly. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So these don't necessarily correlate to their characters. They're going to correlate to their order right here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's shuffle these up and see which one we draw to be attacked. 4. So that's Varda. So Varda just turns to face. So if we roll under a 4 here, we're actually going to be alright. 6. Okay. So 6. If the target is insane, they suffer knockback 5. Turn to face. So we suffer a brain damage per monster level and are knocked down for Varda. 1 brain damage, and we're knocked down. Now, in addition, if the target is insane, which we no longer are, so no sweat. Okay. Varda was one of the ones that we were going to have go after a resource this round, but that's alright. Back to Survivor's turn. Let's go with Hump. Hump will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hump will search this acanthus plant. Nice, another 10. So that will be another fresh acanthus. Snag that for sure. Okay, we'll remove this. We will then spend 2 survival with Varda not Varda, sorry, with Hump. 2 survival to dash and surge. 1, 2, and let's search this one as well. 7. I think that's just short of what we need. 5 to 7. Find something tasty and consume it. If you do, gain a survival. Archive this terrain. Archive. Give Hump 1 survival back. No big deal. You know, part of me just wants to keep whooping on him from here, but we're gonna move Bill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's really no point in surging or dashing, but I guess we can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He'll have to get it next round. We're gonna shoot with Bubbles though, because Bubbles needs this bow weapon proficiency point. So we're rolling 2 dice, hitting on 5 plus with Bubbles because of the giant stone face. Holy cow. So she is bow proficient, so she gets to reroll any misses once, thankfully. Better. 8 and 4, so that's good for 1 hit. And it's Restless Ear, which doesn't affect us. So the bow has oh, Bill did. Yeah, Bill surged. I keep on forgetting about the rawhide gear. Let's roll for Bill. I didn't even take his survival away. That's how bad I am. I just knew it was going to be a 6, so he didn't need to spend it. Perfect. So he gets that dash point back. And then this Restless Ear, the bow has a strength of 3. Bubbles has a strength of 1. So 4 plus for the actual scored hit. 9. Unfortunately, we are missing the luck. So that is just a hit, which is okay. We were looking for the weapon proficiency point there. Bill did not surge. He just dashed. So Bubbles scores that hit, so she gets the weapon proficiency point. Yay, celebration. And we draw face down. Okay. Now, I don't even know if we want to bother encouraging Varda. You know what? Sure we do. Sure we do. Bubbles is going to spend a survival to encourage Varda, who will stand and go for a little jog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Varda loses a survival. No big deal. She's got plenty. And that's the end of our survivor's turn. So let's pass the torch back over to the antelope, who draws Bite. Now this -1 speed, I don't think a monster can ever actually go under to 0. I think it just reduces dice all the way back. Like it can reduce as far as 1, but it can't reduce beyond 1. So closest survivor in field of view is going to be Bubbles. I didn't really think about that. Varda had the luck. Bill can get the vermin. Doesn't have to consume it, right? Well, I think the cards are all different on vermin. Like some, if you're insane, you must consume. So, yeah, Varda would probably be the one to consume it, honestly. Because Bill is insane. So if it's a you must consume if insane, Bill will have to consume it. But let's see. 5. We don't really want to suffer this bite. So we're just going to spend a survival to dodge with Bubbles. We're in the business of just not taking hits right now. So it's us again. And that's not really going to matter too much. We'll move with Varda. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go for the Acanthus first. And then we'll do the bug right after. 3. That's a damage to the arms location. Plus we have to archive the terrain. Varda gets a damage to her arms. No, that's not Varda. That's Hump. Oh, I see. Okay, so it is Varda. I just didn't really change their names. That's all good. So Varda is the one we've been playing with all the white line, or the, yeah, that gear. Okay, so Varda loses an arms, and now Varda will spend survival to search this next, to search the bug patch, because she's not insane. 6? That might be decent. Yeah, 4 plus. 1 random vermin. Did I pass the vermin? They're a little bit. Yeah, they're there. I was gonna say they are a little deck. So let's shuffle these up. Draw our top. We got the Lonely Ant. Consume. We can archive this to swap your insanity and survival values. That would have helped us last round, actually. That would have been cool. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna have to archive this bug terrain. That was good. Well, we could put the bug there. And then let's do Bill. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bill's gonna search this acanthus and hopefully get us our last acanthus plant. A 9. He does do it. Wonderful. We got 3 acanthus plants in this. That's pretty good. Solid. I'm definitely not going to complain about it. A couple of severe injury do-overs. Okay. So now Bubbles. We'll have Bubbles take a shot with the bow since right in her face. Hitting on 5 plus. 2 misses, reroll, 1 hit. Let's get this out of here. So this 1 hit, I gotta sneeze. Oh, okay. So we're looking for high level, or high roll here. 6. That will definitely inflict the wound. This might be the last card too. Yep, it is. Slaughter in this antelope. We need more crits before we kill it. We gotta secure getting that pelt so that we can move on to the Phoenix next week. Okay. Yeah, I got a sneeze button that I can mute my mic so that if I have to sneeze or cough, so it's not blowing your guys' eardrums out. Alright. So Hump's turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll dash 1, 2, 3, 4. Hump's gotta get in here. Gotta get her. Sorry, is that Hump? Yeah, it is. Hump's gotta get her Qatar point, because I don't think she has yet. Yeah, so we gotta get that Qatar point going. I think I might have made an early mistake, because I think we wounded with the Qatars. But I probably gave it to Varda on axe proficiency. I did. Well, that got a little goofy, but we're all right. The problem is that their characters swapped. So watch, I can actually fix that real quick. Let's change these just so I don't do it again. Hump, White Lion, Hump, but we just need to unassigned survivor and unassigned survivor. So if we move them back there, this should now be Hump. Yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah, that was my bad. Little goofy mess up there. Just on some positioning stuff, but it's okay. It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't change anything for us. Oh, now we got two humps. This needs to be. I didn't change the name over here to Varda. Yeah, just a little mix up on character sheets. There. So we'll give Varda the chance, but we're going to go again with the Katars with hump. Just because they're so legit and they're lucky. So we're going to be rolling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dice, hitting on 6 plus. Lots of sixes. 1, 2, 3. 3 hits, that's pretty good. Any more than that, we're really rolling a risk of hitting the trap. 1, 2. Those were ugly. I think those were going to be bad anyways. Those looked bad. I don't have the Giga Lion, unfortunately. I don't think you can buy it for the simulator yet. Okay. Wailing Slide. The screaming antelope panics. Its undermouth unleashing an inhuman wail. It bucks wildly and leaps into the air. The attacker is doomed. All survivors adjacent to the monster suffer 2 brain damage per monster level and are knocked down. So Bubbles is knocked down. It suffers 2 brain damage, which is okay. I haven't ever fought the Giga Lion, actually. I'd really like to, though. And then Hump also is knocked down and suffers 2. That's a bummer. That's going to be a brain. Can Acanthus stop brains? Because does a severe brain injury count? Because I don't want to suffer that. The monster lands on its belly and begins to slide on its teeth. Turn the monster directly away from the attacker. Full move forward on a straight line. Suffer collision. I don't think he can climb over that, though. I think it... Monsters may always draw a line of sight, but they can't climb over it. So I think he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have to roll a severe brain trauma for Hump. Which is not a whole lot of fun. Okay. Hump is going to roll on this table. And let's hope it's nothing to... You know what? We're going to use the real dice. This one. Severe brain trauma. 8. I think we'll be alright with that. Better be careful, I don't want to get banned on YouTube. So, 7 through 8 lunacy, gain a random disorder, and 1d5 of insanity. Let's also turn this while we're here. Okay. So 1d5 insanity. That's 4 for Hump. And 1 random disorder. Anxiety. At the start of each showdown, gain priority target unless you have stinky gear in your gear grid. So I guess he'll need a monster grease after this. It's kind of funny. Okay. Do we have +2? What would give me the +2 on brain trauma rolls? Is that a... Is that like a innovation here? Oh, add +2 to all brain trauma rolls. You're absolutely correct. So that would put us at, actually put us at a 10. Does that make a big difference for us? 10 is Frenzy. So the D5 Insanity stays. We get to get rid of this Disorder. +1 Speed token, +1 Strength. Gosh. Ignore Slow. You may not spend Survival. You may not use Fighting Arts. Okay, that's cool. Thank you for that. Once again, saving the day. So now we don't have that. Yeah, it is a huge difference. That was stupid of me to assume that it wouldn't make a difference. So now it's back to... Actually, it's the Antelope, because that was our attack. So let's combo these back up. Shuffle them up real good. Get that trap card down to the bottom. And let the Antelope take his turn. Bite. Closest survivor in field of view. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not even close. So now we get to stand, because that was the end of the next monster's turn. And let's put this guy in the ground. Varda's really the only one that needs to hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're not going to try and dash to blind spot, because it's a bone axe, so we should be okay. What the heck. Let's dash. 1, 2, 3 to the blind spot with Varda. She's still got a ton of survival. Brings us down to 3. And we'll attack once with the bone axe here. Looking for 5+. A 1 and a 10. Okay. First card is Restless Rump. Reflex. So he's going to run away, which is not a problem if we sink this hit. So the axe has 3 toughness, and Varda has 3. So 2+ scores the hit. Let's not forget that 10 gets us what we need here. 10. 5. So the reflex does trigger. Turn the monster to face away from the attacker, full move in a straight line. Cancel all hits now out of range. So he's already facing that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's gone. Okay, let's get rid of a health point for that. And what do you know? Right there for Bill. So Bill will move 1, 2, and attack from the blind spot with the scrap sword. Oh, I can't forget that Varda got that weapon proficiency point. And so did Hump. He got it with the Katars. Okay, so we've all gained our weapon proficiency point. Now it's time to just end this guy. So with the scrap sword, we're hitting on 4+. 10, 9 and 10. And that's huge for the scrap sword because it's got barbed. On a perfect hit, gain +4 strength for the rest of the attack. So basically both of these locations are automatic hits unless we roll a 1. So we're going to do Restless Chest last. Bill, yeah, that's right. Bill needs to spend an activation to get his, to regain his composure. It wasn't the weapon getting kicked away, but he does need to spend a survival to, he's going to surge to get, so he'll spend his activation to pick his weapon back up, and then he will surge here for the attack. So we're going to roll this dice. If it's a 6+, he gets to keep that survival. It's a 7. So Bill would spend a survival for the surge and then gets it back because of the rawhide gear. Now we're caught back up looking for that 10 to wound the Screaming Antelope here. Perfect. It's about time. Gain 1 Screaming Antelope resource and a -1 accuracy token. That's our 3rd crit this showdown, but that's the first one that actually gives us a resource. Finally got it. So let's shuffle these up. We'll draw one, and hopefully it's a pelt. Beast steak. Okay. So that is a success. Get to draw this face down. Looks like he is down to his last AI card. So we don't even need to flip it. It's just bite. Let's see if we can get rid of that here by rolling another 10. That would be very nice. 4. So it is a success. That gets rid of his last AI. But he's going to run away. Turn the Screaming Antelope to face the attacker. Oh, face! And full move forward in a straight line. Wow. He's straight up not happy about it. So if we rotate and he collides, he's going to suffer knockback 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knock him down. And we're going to follow 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He also takes 1 die of damage to his head. No problem. But that does puts the Antelope right back in position for Varda to surge, actually, which we are going to do just in case we can. Oh, just in case we can end this right here with 1 more hit. So Varda's going to spend a survival to surge because all she spent her survival for before was to dash. And we're going to surge with the Bone Axe. 4 and a 10. That's only 1 hit. That's okay. We only need 1 hit. Restless Inner Thigh. Oh, does he just... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he just gets knocked over there. Okay, that's what I thought, but I feel like there was a few weeks ago we ran into a collision issue and somebody was telling me that it was knockback 5 as a standard, but I thought they just get knocked down where they are. They get dragged if it's the lion, they get like dragged along. But alright, so Varda's looking at 3 strength from the weapon. And I think she's got some permanent strength, so let's see what she can do here. 9 is most certainly going to do it, and a crit no less because of the luck, which actually, on a crit, we would cause 2 wounds, but he's only got 1 left to give. This is a critical wound, persistent injury, not... darn it. Not anything that helps us out. So, he's dead. The survivors are massively victorious. No real injuries. But this is only massively victorious if we get the gear card we need. That's going to be the big indicator, because I don't want to come back here and beat up on a little baby lion or antelope again. So we really need to draw the resources that we need. So we're going to draw our basics first. Let's clean some of this up a little bit. Okay. So our 4 basic resources are Monster Hide, Monster Hide, Monster Hide. Okay, you watched me shuffle. And a Mystery Meat. I definitely shuffled. That's okay, because I kind of want to get a set of leather armor going too. Alright, and then these dogs here, which we... Oh boy, do we need a pelt. Come on now. Oh, wonderful. One, a bladder. Two, muscly gums. Three, and another pelt. Four. Not a lot of bones, but we got what we need, so there are 0 complaints from me. Okay. Alright, so let's come over here to our survivors. We will manage. So let's just go to them first. Let's give them all their actual points. Bill gets 1. Bubbles working right up to becoming a master. Hump gets their first Qatar XP. And Varda gets her first axe proficiency. Okay. And then we will manage. We will return an advance year. Okay, now we got to come over to our timeline. We have to do a random. Yikes. These always scare me. Shuffle them up and we'll pick a random one. What do we got? Dark Trader. I think this one can be kind of fun actually. A corpulent man reclines on a chair carried on the backs of 4 cloaked men. He offers to sell the settlement many amazing treasures. Each item may be purchased once. So the strange brew costs you 6 resources. 1 to 2, you're dead. 3 through 9, gain Rageaholic and the Intercranial Hemorrhage. Yeah, I did get Hunt XP. Thank you for reminding me. That is one thing that the app does do. When you return an advance year, it gives everybody their 1 Hunt XP. But it won't give them their weapon XP. I don't get it. So Pink Stone, 2 resources, and we could possibly get a Founding Stone, which could be fun for a guaranteed crit on the Phoenix. Could be fun. And then the shiny, sexy, jeweled thong, which does not help us much. The 10 for the +1 permanent luck would be great, but that's a lot of resources to sacrifice. So we'll set this on the back burner for now, because we have to do Regal Visit. I don't love this. Okay. Regal Visit. The hand strides into the settlement. The survivors' thoughts vanish as they fall to their knees, struck dumb by its glorious, incomprehensible presence. Add the hand to the Nemesis encounter list 2 years from now, which it already is. And he begins his inspection. Well, it's not immortal though, it's Rageaholic. Oh, immortal, right there. Yeah, lucky with the 19 insanity would be cracked. Okay, so now we have to do the inspection. Let's roll it up here. I better be careful with what graphics I show on this board. I'm not sure what would get me banned on YouTube. That'd be a big bummer. Okay. I mean, I'm guessing we want high here. Okay. 9. Solid. 9. The hand points at the survivor with the most hunt experience. Oh. Bill, no. That might not even be Bill. Oh, is it going to be Lucky? Urza. It's going to be Urza. The hand points at the survivor, or survivors in case of a tie, with the most hunt experience. A warble is trapped in their throat as their chest bursts open, expelling their organs, killing them. Challenge the hand to avoid this loss. No point in challenging. We'll just experience another party wipe. if the settlement has survival of the fittest, which we don't. So there's that. No, it's not Bill, thankfully. So the most hunt XP, Urza has 6, Lucky has 4, Bubbles has 5. That was close. Bill only has 4. He'll be okay. He's no problem. So. Oh, wait. Wait. I didn't actually add the hunt XP. You're right. So that actually puts Bill up at 5. That puts Bubbles at 6. So Bubbles will also die. Dang it. Hump goes up to 3. And Varda. That's a bummer. So that will be Bubbles and Urza. Dang it. Nothing you can do about it. The hand just crushed him because of the Tide XP. That sucks. Alright, let's get it done. No point in lingering on it. I can go read it again if you want, but it says that it's both of them in the case of a tie. The hand points at the survivor, or survivors in case of a tie with the most hunt experience. A warble is trapped in their throat as their chest bursts open, expelling their organs, killing them. Challenge the hand to avoid the loss. Unfortunately, I do believe there's no way around it. They're both dead. No, you're good, Bill. Don't apologize. The help that you provide to this stream is unreal, unbeatable. So keeping me in check is a massive help. So I appreciate any of your pointers. Don't apologize for being wrong. It's no problem. So I think, did I kill them both? So is it just super bright how it shows up? Is that the issue? Um, like super white and bright? Because I might try to mess with the settings to try to get it a little bit darker, more like the warmth in the colors, just so it's not so bright and blinding. But let's. Who are we? Who else do we have to kill? Did we kill them both already? Why is that doing both programs? Oh, it was Bubbles too. Damn it. Dang it. That sucks. Bubbles is Bubbles is going to be a hard one to replace because the uh, the bow thing is huge. She was getting some real bow hunting experience under her belt. Oh, the sheet. Should I move the sheet somewhere, or I could make it smaller? You let me know if, because I just wanted you guys to be able to read it. So let me know if you can still read that as it's a little bit smaller. Because if it can be a little bit smaller like that, we'll leave it small. I don't think we have anybody else with bow proficiency, do we? Oh, we do. Dump. Oh, but he's got destroyed genitals. So can't do anything. Okay, Durin. Durin's our survivor. It kind of sucks. Harmona has a bow. Dang it. They're just not high level bows. Crap. Oh well. We'll have to figure it out. I'm sure we can figure it out. Okay. Oh, you'd rather read the sheet? So is it too small to read now? Do I need to put it back to where it was? Let me know if I need to make it a little bit bigger again. Okay. So we do have 7 endeavors. That's big. And some really good resources. Let's stretch them out a little bit. Too small to read. Okay, I'll get that brought back out. I think it was right about there. Let me know. We'll get it back to the right size. If it needs to go a little bit bigger, just tell me. Then the vermin. We got some pretty good fresh acanthus. Big ween. Only one bone though. So how is our storage looking? Not great, but we did have a decent amount of bones. Screaming antelope bone. Okay, yeah, we had 2 there. So let's innovate here first. Yeah, we did have some tinkers, and those are automatically applied with the app. So beast steak, monster hide, and we'll just use this large flat tooth. So subtract those resources. Let's get rid of an endeavor and hope, please, that we can pull Clan of Death. Clan of Death would be really big for us right now. Come on. Let's go. Right there at the top because it knows. It knows that's what we want. That's like rolling back-to-back 10s right there. That's going to be so big for us. +1 permanent strength, +1 permanent evasion, +1 permanent accuracy for all newborn survivors. Yes, please. Yeah, now, since we did our innovation first, now our augury will be big time. So let's find Clan of Death in the innovations, and we'll go add it to our stack. I kind of like Saga too. That's kind of cool. +2 courage, +2 understanding, +2 hunt XP. It's kind of cool. I don't think I've seen that one before. Sure I have, but I know I haven't picked it. So Clan of Death, dang it. Okay, so the issue is it's seeing the strange resource deck and it's wanting me to select that. Clan of Death. Is it bugged? It won't let me pick it. There it goes. Finally, thank you. Okay, we got our nice little innovation stack going here. Won't let me rotate it. Like that. Bingo. Looking good. Okay. Now, I don't think we have any matchmakers, so we can't automatically trigger intimacy. Right? He's not a matchmaker. No, and no. So we do have to roll for it on augury, which can always be tough. But that's what we're here to do, especially with Clan of Death. We got to give that a try. So I agree with you. I think Bill, yeah, Bill and, oh heavens, I don't even know. We can do Bill and Ross because we're going to be going after the sword XP for now. So let's just double check augury just so we're sure. We need an 8+. But since it's Bill with 3 understanding, we need a 7 plus. Okay. Oh, yeah, that pink stone. Well, the pink stone is just like a founding stone. This jeweled thong could be crazy if we get the +1 permanent luck. I don't know. That one's tough. We'll have to see where we're at after this with resources. Because we definitely need to try for augury first. We're looking for 7 plus. 5. So Bill gains a survival, and we lose an endeavor. Try again. Come on, 7. Okay. 7, bare minimum. That does allow us to trigger our intimacy story event. And now since we have Clan of Death, it's going to be big. I think we're going to like it. Okay. So we get to roll 2 and take the one we want the most. This is Ross and Bill as parents. I don't want to look. I'm too scared to look. I think they both just died. I think that Bill and Ross both just died. Chick dead. Okay. Female survivor perishes with her child. Settlement is cast. The male survivor mourns, gaining a random disorder and 3 insanity. So not great. Ross just... That sucks. Ross just died. Well, it gives us the endeavor back. Ross is dead. And let's go over here to Bill. Bill gains 3 insanity and a random disorder. Pray. You may not spend survival unless you are insane. Not wonderful. Well, we got to try that again. So we're going to keep going with Bill. We need that 7 plus to trigger intimacy. 6. You got to be kidding me. So Bill gains a survival, but he's already out. He's already maxed out, so all we do is lose an endeavor there. Yeah, now we have to be successful in augury here this year now. Oh my gosh. This is killer. This is not it. I think so that would be a 3. So we have to lose a survival and gain an understanding. Wait. Resource, right? Lose a resource? Yeah. Lose a resource, gain an understanding. I guess that's why we got the ant, right? And then Bill gains an understanding. I don't remember what ability Bill had. I don't know why that's not in there. Okay. Try again. Did I subtract the endeavor for that one? No. So let's get rid of that, and then we're going to try again. Oh boy. We really need something good. Let's take a break from augury for a second. Are we going to want a... so we obviously want to spend these 2 resources, because that's what we went in there to do. We want to get our last piece of Screaming Antelope armor. It's not going to work right there. the Screaming Skirt. So that's going to complete this gear set, which is great. Wonderful. Okay. So let's add that Screaming Skirt to our storage. Okay. You may add +1. So 3 is A3. What do you mean? Right, but I rolled a 2, right? So you're saying I shouldn't roll, I shouldn't move it up to a 4, I should... Okay. We have to lose another resource. That's kind of a bummer. Maybe the muscly gums. And then we can give Bill another understanding. I see what you're saying, but... Okay. Do we want to spend an endeavor on leather making? Probably not. We don't have very much leather. We have potentially 3 hide here with 1 hide in our storage. And I don't know what kind of... Oh, we'd rather do the acanthus? Okay. That's fine. Pull this back out. Lose acanthus. Yep, no problem. See ya. Okay. So we gave him the understanding. We can't really do much hide because I'm not converting this tail feather into a leather. So I'm not sure. I think it'd be more important for us to trigger augury, to trigger intimacy this year. So we're going to spend another endeavor with Bill. Come on. 7. 7 plus. Oh, it's unbelievable. It is unbelievable. Spend that resource, give another understanding to Bill. Let's see what it costs to make a shield. So in the leather worker, so we couldn't make 3 shields. We could make 1 shield. Is all we could do. One shield isn't great. I'll still leave the option on the table, but I'm gonna spend 1 more endeavor on augury, and then we can decide. Which pink stone are you talking about? Because this pink stone is just the chance for us to get a founding stone. Or are you talking just in case we can get immortal? Because, let's see, Lucky does have 19 insanity, but that's only if we roll a 10. So that would make it pretty tough. Let's try 1 more. Wait, there's no way we're down to 1. I think I subtracted it and then didn't roll. Okay. So we're looking for that 7 plus. Oh, intimacy is not an option for us. Do I spend the last endeavor on intimacy? I understand what you're saying about the resources. We have to give up 7 resources, so it'd be 1, 2, 3. So if we give up all these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we'd have to pull 1 out of our storage. I don't mind giving up the organs. Those are fine with me. I do have a hard time parting with these 3. I could also, so 3, 4 could be the skull. 5, 6 could be the 2 bones from the antelope. What do you mean, no, it's 2? It says 7. Oh my gosh. I need to learn how to read, Bill. So let's flip these 2. We'll just get rid of the organs because they're not great. Yeah, I need to learn how to read. Okay. Let's see what we roll for the pink stone. 6. What a surprise. It seems like that's mostly been what we've been rolling. Yeah, 7's definitely not worth it. So we do get a founding stone out of that. So let's go, we'll add that to this here so we remember it for the future. That could be nice for us. As far as, like, we can use that to do a guaranteed crit on the Phoenix, which could be huge. So let's spend this last endeavor to try to trigger augury, to try to trigger intimacy one more time. Oh, finally. We did it on the last endeavor. Okay, intimacy once again. So there's no way we'll roll, I'm not even going to say it, those numbers again. So let's do Bill and Aeldra. Bill and Aeldra. Let's see if they can... Okay, I'm locked out of the screen, so I just want this on the record that this is not a roll. I just needed to get back, tab back in here so I could... Okay. Bill and Aeldra. Better. Better, better. 8, and we do have bed, so it's going to have +1 more permanent strength. This person's going to come out crazy. So settlement gains +1 population. We're a little unbalanced, so let's do a female. Random name. I want it to be a good one. Oh, Idril. Perfect. Okay, so Idril. Now, because we have innovated bed, well, let's do this first. Bill and Aeldra, and they're definitely taking Bill's sword proficiency. So, Barbaric gets them +1 strength. Clan of Death is a strength and evasion and an accuracy. And then Bed gets them 1 more strength. So when we create, Idril comes out 131. Nice. And then both survivors get 10 survival. Bill's maxed out. Hey Eldra, that's nice for her. Thank goodness we were able to successfully do that. Okay. Let's convert this into a dried acanthus to ignore a severe injury from the Phoenix. It's going to be in the organ grinder. Did I pass it? That's not what I meant to grab. Organ. Oh, damn it. There we go. Okay. So from this, let's grab a dried acanthus. Put that down here for next week. And then, do we want to do anything with leather? I mean, we might not. If we Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Thank you. I need to get that founding stone too before I forget. Starting gear. So we're going to take a founding stone out and we're going to put it in here just so we remember for that guaranteed crit. I'm probably just going to put this here. Okay. So we've wrapped up our endeavors. We ended that quarry. So now, I mean, we have 3 potential hide, which could get us some pretty good stuff out of the leather worker, really. Because a leather, we have a scrap, so we could do the mask. We could do the mask, the bracers, and the skirt. We could get 3 pieces of leather armor. Oh yeah, you're right. That solves it. Perfect. I am out of endeavors, so I cannot leather make. Yep, totally spaced. Okay. So what is a monster grease cost? I like that line of thinking. Let's go take a look. Is just 2 organ? Do we have that in our storage? Oh, you're saying lose the 2 hides instead of that, those gums and stuff. I do see what you're saying. But both of my other guys are filled. Oh, I guess that can't be in there anymore. So we got 1. Oh, let me move this to, nuts. There's got to be a better way to do this. Can we do this? And then this. We don't really need this connected to anything. Yeah, I think that's good. Hey, Vinny, what's up, man? Thanks for tuning in. That's a good looking setup for next week. So we have successfully built the Screaming armor now. The Rawhide armor. Not Phoenix, hopefully soon. Where is our White Lion armor? Do I already have that one out? I do. Okay. Screaming will be big next week. Okay. That looks pretty good. I think I'm just gonna archive these 3 pieces of fur hide and hold on to them for possible Phoenix gear or leather stuff after next year, I think is what I want to do. Looking for some Kingdom Death content and found me. You found me. You did it. Yep, we do a live stream every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And if you tune in live, you can help kind of make decisions for the settlement and all that good stuff. But otherwise, once the video is done, I post that to a YouTube playlist, and we've got years 1 through 10 on there right now. So that is pretty awesome. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and archive these into our resources, which is 1 mystery meat, 1 monster hide, and then a pelt. There's quite a bit of videos, Vinny, on my page, kind of the start of this settlement and how we've gotten to where we are. So you're more than welcome to check those out or jump in with us on Sundays and help form the campaign. But at this point, I'm feeling pretty confident in what we got going here. We will not be hunting the antelope again next week because we got the last piece of gear we needed. So we'll be done with him. I am liking the simulator quite a bit, actually. I used Tabletop Simulator for a while before they got this sim all put together. My one gripe is that I would have very much liked it if I could have gotten the master dwelling key for this simulator, because I'm stuck to just the basic base game. I can't do any expansions. I've bought the ones you can buy. I need to do a spear with the lope armor. Let me... Isn't there a good spear from the Phoenix? I guess I can't look at it yet. Stone Circle. I can get the Lance. I can't get the Lance of Longinus. That's the legendary horns. The sim. So this sim, when I bought it on Black Friday, was 30 bucks for the base game. But the master dwelling key that I missed out on was 300, and it had all the expansions, all Gambler's Chest, all that stuff. And I've been desperate to try to find one, but I can't find anybody selling. So I bought Gorm and Spidicules off of the Kingdom Death monster shop last week. They were like 10 to 15 bucks each. So it was totally worth it to grab those guys, but I'd like the full simulator at some point, I hope. They've really been putting in some serious work into this simulator to make it pretty smooth, and I appreciate that a lot. It's pretty handy. They've done some cool features like the slow motion dice rolling. They're really user friendly on sorting. All you have to do is pick this stuff up and drop it in here, and it automatically sorts it right back where it's supposed to go. Yeah, I'm sure that they will put more keys out this Black Friday. That seems to be something they do pretty consistently, but I just hope that they open it up to like expansions and stuff soon. Because next campaign, when we finish with this one, I'd love to stream a People of the Flower campaign, People of the Bloom, and then People of the Dragon, the stars. The sim is definitely getting better. They updated it. It was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. So this is where I'm gonna wrap up this stream. So I'm gonna jump back just to this so we can chat. Um, yeah, but the sim is getting way better, and then the grabbing of the cards is a little tough. But once you get down the way it works, like which hotkeys flip a card and pick it up, which ones just pick it up, it does get a little bit better. I'm still trying to figure out my way through that. But Poots did say, yeah, that he wants to make it better. And I personally already think it is. I think it's way more user-friendly, the interface anyways, because Tabletop Simulator is kind of unforgiving. I know they have an undo button, but I've played a lot of like Queen's Gambit and stuff on TTS, and it's good, but I think that they're going to make this really great, honestly, so I'm excited for that. And then, yeah, Bill, I also have loved People of the Stars. The group that I play with in person, we meet for like 4 or 5 days at a time and just Kingdom Death out for the whole week. We started a People of the Stars, and we got about halfway through it, and then this Gambler's Chest came out, so when we meet up again in November, we're actually gonna miss. They wanna abandon our People of the Stars to start this the Gambler's Chest expansion, which I'm a little hesitant about. I got to do a ton of reading in the new Gambler's Chest book. Yeah, I play Queen's Gambit on Tabletop Simulator because I can't afford to buy it in real life, because I don't have $500 to spend on an awesome board game that isn't Kingdom Death. So yeah, I do play a bit of Queen's Gambit. But yeah, it's been solid. I think that this simulator streaming it live is pretty nice. I think it's a lot easier. It's definitely a lot easier for me. The first 4 or 5 years of this series, I just recorded on multiple cameras and then edited it all together. And it took me about 6 hours of editing for every hour that I recorded, so it was really bad. But would you know if we both need the sim to play? No. So I actually play Queen's Gambit with somebody, TTS. The problem is when you draw cards, like you're literally passing the keyboard and mouse to the next person on their turn. So when you draw your cards, oh, sorry, yeah, you're talking about the sim. So the sim for Kingdom Death is linked to a personal email for your profile. So if you guys actually wanted to play this Kingdom Death sim together in the same room, then yeah, you would each need your own email. Yeah, sorry, I picked that up just a little late. You would each need your own email and each need your own purchase. And that's another thing I want to do in the future is like in my YouTube, this is marked as like the solo playthrough. But once I finish this up, I'd love to get a group of 4 people that, or 3 is kind of the sweet spot for me with this game, but that knew the simulator well and wanted to play it. I think that would be a lot of fun. But as far as playing it with your wife goes, I believe if you each wanted to control it, you would each need your own key registered to an individual email. So, I mean, don't quote me on it. I'm not positive, but that is how I assume it would go. So, yeah, I don't disagree with you, Bill, but the group that I play with, it's a group of 3, and we're all just so committed to Kingdom Death, and we love it so much that we all make it a priority to get together and play. And we've really found a sweet spot with 3. We each control our own character, and then we have like a community character that gets controlled by all of us. And that's nice because like being an archer in Kingdom Death can be really tough. Your turns are not nearly as exciting and not great. But if your character dies in a hunt, then you can take over that that 4th community character. And that's kind of the sweet spot that we found for us. We do have a hard time. We used to have a 4th who kind of phased out of his own accord, and it ended up working out really well for us. We love running the 3-man, but I don't disagree with you on 2-player. It is a blast. And finding people to play is so huge because if you start a campaign with a group, you want to stick through with that group. You don't want to play if only 2 of the 3 of you can show up and play. So Kingdom Death's kind of special because if you can really find a group that truly is committed to it and play through a full campaign, that's a pretty special thing. That's a lot of time, and as a group, you experience a lot together throughout the game. It's got super big highs and really big lows that you get to fight through together, which is it's really unique in that way. This game is definitely unlike any other that I've played. So, okay. Well, I am getting ready to sign off. So, this was a successful stream for sure. I appreciate you as always, Bill, being here, and Vinny, it was great to have you pop in. I hope to see you a little more often. Get some cooperation going. So we will chat with you guys next time. And if anything goes crazy or you need to chat with me, just go ahead and comment on one of the videos that I've posted. So the Lovelorn rocks are the worst, man.